Today is a very special day in my world. As this episode hits your ears, it is April 13th, my 13th wedding anniversary with my amazing husband, Oliver. 13 years of choosing each other, growing together, and quite frankly, evolving into completely different people than the two young adults who said I do over a decade ago. As I was reflecting on this golden milestone, I realized that marriage is perhaps the greatest metaphor of unblocking your blessings. Friends, we often think of a blessing as a finished line, something we arrive at, or maybe a goalpost. But 13 years has taught me that a blessing is a daily practice. It's a garden you have to tend, not a trophy that you win. So today I'm getting personal and I want to share the 13-year pivot of the mindset shifts that I had to make and that keeps the marriage alive and how you can apply these to unblock the next level of abundance in your life. Hey there, beautiful souls. Welcome to Unblock Your Blessings. I'm Vicki Lebrilla, your travel size emotions coach, helping you navigate the roller coaster ride of emotions, revelations, and all that comes with adulting. Get comfy because we're about to dive into the nitty gritty of unblocking all that emotional weight and letting the sun shine right back into your life. Don't forget to like, share, follow, and subscribe, and of course, leave an honest review at the end of this episode. It's free, it means the world to me, and it helps this podcast reach more ears. Now it's time to unblock your blessings. Friends, in any long-term commitment, there is a moment where the newest, right, or the newestness, is that a word? Newestness? We're going to say it's a word, wears off. Who here already knows that? Who here is already living that? Whether it's a marriage, a new business, or a fitness journey, the initial excitement eventually fades. This is where most people get blocked. Hi, my name's Vicki. Definitely have been blocked in those areas. We tend to think the lack of spark means that the blessing is gone. Beautiful souls, it gets better. The secret to longevity is what I call the F to the yes method. You can call it whatever you want. We're just calling it that because it's fun. You didn't just choose your goal once. You have to re-choose it every single fucking day, every morning. I have to choose to be a wife to the man Oliver is today, not the man he was back in 2013. So, this is a question I want you to ask yourself. Are you trying to manage your current blessings with an outdated version of your commitment? Yeah, think on that for a little bit. If you need to pause this, pause it and come back. Unblocking your flow means stopping the autopilot and starting the intentional yes. When you're re-choosing your path, my friends, you reclaim your power over it. So let's have some real talk for a moment. In the 13 years, we've had seasons of a lot. A lot of ups, a lot of downs. We like to call them mountains or valleys. You do you. You get what I'm saying. But if I had demanded perfection in my marriage, y'all, we wouldn't have made it over 4 years. That's just the truth. That's the honest freaking truth. Maybe not even two. The same goes for your mindset. If you demand that your growth be a straight line upward, you will block yourself the moment you hit a bump. The moment life lifes you, it would knock you on your ass. So, a pivot isn't a failure. It's an adjustment. Sometimes you have to let go of the old version of how you did things back then to make room for how things need to be done today, in this time. Oliver and I have had our pivot, our communication, our goals, and our roles many times. If you are feeling stuck, ask yourself, Am I clinging to an old way of doing things that no longer serves the blessings I'm praying for? Maybe you are, but this is your time to audit that. Friends, this week I have some practical tools that I want to share with you. Actually, let's just keep it to the one. I don't want to overcomplicate it. So, let's call it the vow renewal. No, you don't need a white dress. You don't need to get all fancy. Shit, you could do this in your pajamas. I want you to look at one area of your life. Maybe it's your health, maybe it's your career, or a specific dream, and write it down. Write it down as a new vow to do it. Not a goal, but a promise of how you will show up for it. Then, when you make that vow, you move from trying to the committing. You move from being a victim of your circumstances to being the perfect version for your environment. This is how you unblock the flow, by proving to the universe that you are the perfect version for the blessings headed your way. Oliver, if you're listening right now, thank you for the 13 years of being my partner and unblocking every blessing we've received. I love you more than tongue can tell. You are my favorite human. To my listeners, your blessings are waiting for you. They're calling for you, and they want your commitment, not your perfection, just your yes. Come over to the Facebook group and tell me, what is one thing in your life that you are re-choosing today? Let's celebrate the long game together. Remember, beautiful souls, one mindset shift, one action at a time. I'm Vicki, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey there, amazing humans. Before you go, I want to know if you want to be a guest on Unblock Your Blessings. Do you feel called to share your stories with others? If so, grab the link below this episode and submit your request to be a guest on my show. The world needs to hear your story, your voice, and your wisdom. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Unblock Your Blessings. If you found this episode helpful, enjoyable, or just freaking awesome, please share this episode with your loved ones on social media with the hashtag UnblockYourBlessings. Your honest review matters to me, so please take a minute or two to write your review. Until next time, my friends.